Okay, so we're going to start our look at the key questions for Unit 2 with a little look at the recent trends in the applied business question for Unit 2. So if you have a little look in the notes there on page 25, you'll see this. It's in the ABQ section, so you've got 5 sample ABQs that you can work on there with market scheme sample answers. But we're just going to look here at the trends in the ABQ for Unit 2 in recent years. So Unit 2, you'll see it was on the rotation last year in 2024, and the question asked was about enterprising skills and characteristics. So obviously it's a short unit, like there's not much in it. There's kind of reasons to become an entrepreneur, skills and characteristics, and intrapreneurship, and that's kind of it. Then you have to go back 4 years to 2020 to find when it was next on a rotation, and again it was enterprising skills and characteristics. Then in 2019 it was on it, and the question was about, first of all, explain an entrepreneur and then the benefits of becoming an entrepreneur. But actually, that question was a little bit misleading because the question was more like, what are the reasons why someone might become an entrepreneur? And like some of the answers are, to do with like risk takers, they spot a get, they're willing to take a personal financial risk to start, so it's not just benefits. It's really, there are other things, is what I'm trying to say. Then if you go back to 2015, we had skills and characteristics, and 2014, we had skills and characteristics. So again, same two things coming up back to back. So the important thing we learned there, it can happen. So it happened here. So just because it happened last year doesn't mean that it can't happen again, right? Now, if we go back to 2010, we will see something different. We have entrepreneurship definition and the benefits. And then 2009, we have skills and characteristics. So if you look at it there, right, we have gone back to 2009, Unit 2 has been on the rotation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 times. And of those 7 times, 5 of those times it has been skills and characteristics. 5 of the times been skills and characteristics. So that makes me think that's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. So it makes me think we're more likely this year to perhaps see one of the other two. So reasons to become an entrepreneur or intrapreneurship. Now, it's entrepreneurship that I'd be really well prepared for. I just think 2010 is a long time to wait. Benefits or reasons to become an entrepreneur is easy, so if that comes up, great, happy days. Skills and characteristics, not only did it come up part of the ABQ, but I think it came up part of a short question the year before, so pretty recently. So it's being asked about loads. Now, it's just too important to skip past, obviously, because it does have ABQ potential. But I think entrepreneurship is the one that I would be very, very well prepared for. And the thing that you should be prepared for with intrapreneurship is you need to know the benefits of entrepreneurship, you need to know the definition of entrepreneurship, and you need to know how a business can promote entrepreneurship. So there are 3 aspects to entrepreneurship that you need to know extremely well. With skills and characteristics, we'll do a little video. So we will cover off all 3 things in this section, right? Just because it's short and they have ABQ potential, right? With skills and characteristics, if it comes up in the ABQ, you kind of have to let the text guide you a lot. So like, I mentioned a second ago that it came up as a short question relatively recently, and the list of answers in the market scheme for that short question was far smaller than what they accepted for last year's ABQ. So if it comes up in ABQ, you let the text guide you a little bit. If you think it's suggesting a particular skill or characteristic, go with it. So if you think it's suggesting human relations as a skill, I'd go with that. But that isn't always accepted when it's been a long question, right? So there are a bank of answers or a bank of kind of skills and characteristics that I'd start with, and I'll explain that in the next video. But if you think there's something being suggested by the text, go with it. And it's the same with the reasons to become an entrepreneur. So we'll look in one of the next videos at like some standard reasons, but if you think the text is suggesting a particular reason or a particular benefit to that particular entrepreneur for starting the business, go with it. And probably a good strategy is to add these things in as extra points. So if you think you need 3 points, give 4, and they'll take your best 3, right? So just give them as additional points. They're probably, 2 questions, skills and characteristics and reasons to become an entrepreneur, probably 2 questions. 2 of the very, very, very few questions where I suggest maybe over answering it a little bit just to cover yourself on the marking scheme.